Hey guys, it's Megan. So in today's video, I'm going to teach you how to draw the Grinch from How the Grinch Stole Christmas. And I've been wanting to do some drawing tutorials lately because, I don't know, I just love watching these and I love doing them. So I figured that I would try doing some myself. So for this tutorial, all you're going to need is a piece of paper. I'm just using a white piece of computer paper. You're going to need a pencil, or you can also use a marker if you're super confident in your drawing abilities, and you don't need to do the pencil step, but if you're like me and you tend to erase things sometimes, I like to do it in pencil first and then go in with the marker and outline it. And lastly, you'll just need some colored pencils, and I have some Prismacolor colored pencils, and I also have some Crayola colored pencils. And either one works just fine. You can use crayons, you can use paint, you can use whatever you want to color this in. It really doesn't matter, so let's go ahead and get started. So to make this easier, we're going to fold our paper into 4 squares. So first we're going to go ahead and we're going to fold it hot dog style. That's what they told us in elementary school. Alright, and now that we have it folded in half that way, we're going to fold it up so that it's folded hamburger style. Do they still use that in schools? I don't actually know, but that's how I learned it, so. Alright, so now we can just unfold our paper and see that we have 4 creases in it. So now I'm going to go in with my pencil, and you guys, like I said, you can use your marker if you're super confident in your drawing abilities, but I like to do it in pencil first. So what we're going to do is we're going to go on the right side, and we're just going to draw a triangle. And this is like a sideways triangle. There's our first triangle, and then we're going to go onto the other side of the long waist fold and do it about the same distance as you did the first triangle. And we're just going to make another triangle that's the exact same size. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to draw some circles in his eyes, and these are going to be the pupils of his eyes. So we're just going to draw a circle. Alright, so now we have our 2 triangles with our circles in them, and now it's time to draw the Grinch's face. So we're going to go a little bit farther from the right side to about there. And then we're going to draw sort of like a candy cane shape, but it doesn't curve all the way down. So it's kind of like a J or candy cane, but with less curve. So now we have our first Grinch cheek, and now we're going to go on the other side and try to make it look fairly symmetrical. And if it's not exactly the same, don't worry, no problem. So now we're going to go over here and draw a little line, and we're going to make it go right up just above the eye, and then do the exact same thing right on the other side, and again stop it right above the eye. Now we're going to make the Grinch's hat. So for his hat, we're just going to draw kind of like a cloud shape. So we're on the bottom, you can just draw a bunch of U shapes. And it really doesn't matter how many of these you do. It just depends on how puffy you want your Grinch hat to be. Then we're just going to do two C shapes on the edges. And then we're going to make some upside down U's on the top. So kind of like a rainbow almost. It's like the top part of a rainbow. So now we have the bottom of the Grinch's hat. So now we have to draw the top. So for the top, it's kind of like a triangle, but it's rounded at the top. So what I'm going to do for that is I'm just going to draw a line. And you see where his head is? You see how I made the brim go out a little bit past his head? I'm going to just pretend that this line goes up through the hat and up into the triangle part of his hat. And same thing, we're just going to pretend that the line is going up through there. And there we go. Alright, so now we have to make the part of the Grinch's hat where it comes down like a Santa hat, because it is a Santa hat pretty much. So we're just going to draw a curved line going from the top part of the hat down to about here. We're just gonna to about there. Okay. And actually, I think I'm gonna make that go down a little bit further. Okay, so it actually goes to about the middle part of the fluffy part of the Santa hat. And then we're going to make a line from almost the top of the brim of the Santa hat, but not quite. And we're going to just, so that it looks like that. And now we're going to draw one of these puffy cloud shapes like we did for the brim of his hat, except for this time it's more in like a circle. So it's like just a bunch of U shapes connected together. Almost looks like a flower or a puffy cloud. Now we're going to make his temple lines, which is like the creases in his forehead when he's making that evil little face. So right above the triangle eyes, we're just going to draw a curve and start it at about where the circle is. And so there we have his little eyebrow, and we're just going to do the exact same thing on the other side. Alright, and now we're going to make his eyelashes. So the Grinch just has a few little eyelashes on his triangle-shaped eyes, and they're just little curved lines. So there's one side of his eyelashes. And there's his other eyelashes. And so now we're going to draw his nose. And his nose kind of looks like a little mushroom for some reason. I'm not really sure why, but it makes me think of a mushroom. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna draw another one of those rainbow shapes. And we're just gonna, just like that. So he has a cute little nose. And then we're going to draw a small line so that it goes about, well, you guys can see that. And then we're going to draw.
So my camera died right here, but you're just going to want to draw a curved line going down from his nose down to where his mouth is going to be.
We're just going to go all the way up into his cheek, and then there's another little rainbow shape on the top of the corner of his mouth. And we're going to do this exact same thing for the other side. So we're going to go all the way up to almost the top of his cheek. Not quite though. And then we're just going to do a rainbow shape on the top part of his mouth. And now we have to draw the Grinch's body. It's mostly just his neck to his shirt, but we're gonna draw that part. So to do that, we're just going to make a line about here and another one about here. And I'm gonna bring that down just a little bit. And now we're going to make the neckline of his outfit. So for that, we're just going to draw an upside down rainbow shape. Just like that. And now, to make his collar, we're going to start up here so that it looks like the collar goes behind his neck. And we're just going to draw some more of those puffy cloud shapes. And same thing on the other side. Alright, and now for the Grinch's shoulders, we're going to start up here at about the first bump that's coming out of his collar. And we're just going to make a curved line going the whole way down to the end of the paper. And then we're going to do the exact same thing right on the other side. So again, right after this first bump, just going to make a nice little curved line. And there you have the Grinch. So now I'm gonna go and outline this with my Sharpie and then we can color him. Now we have our Grinch drawing and he is all outlined. So now I'm gonna go ahead and color him in, and then I'm gonna speed up this portion of the video and then you can pause it at the end if you wanna match the same colors that I did. Here's our Grinch and he is all ready to go and steal Christmas. So I used 3 colors to color him in. For his hat, his shirt, and for the inside of his eyes, I used red. And for his skin, I used a lime green color. And then for the inside of his eyes, I used this yellow. And obviously I outlined the whole thing and I colored in his nose black with the black marker. But with everything else, I just outlined it with the black marker. And I'm super happy with how he came out. I think he came out super cute. And if you use this tutorial to draw the Grinch, definitely send me a picture on Instagram. I would love to see it. It's @WellerMegs. And also leave me a comment down below telling me anything else that you would want me to do a drawing tutorial on. I had a lot of fun doing this one, and I definitely can see me doing more of these in the future just because they're so fun to do. And I love watching these types of videos too. Thank you guys so much for watching. And if you're not already and you'd like to be, make sure to subscribe for more videos just like this one. And as always, if you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and make sure to follow me on Instagram, Musical.ly, Tumblr, and they are all WellerMegs. And yeah, I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye!